Sky News presenter Wilfred Frost was left furious when Labour Minister Pat McFadden blatantly ignored his question during a heated debate on the show. The Secretary of State for Work and Pensions hit back at Frost as the presenter asked about Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy's comments that Reform UK leader Nigel Farage was flirting with supporting Adolf Hitler. He asked, "I know you've been busy this week and haven't watched the show. We had Zia Youssef in on Monday, and had a long discussion, but with all due respect, you completely ignored my question. If you and as a government, are criticising people for lowering the tone of the debate, and taking us down a path of toxic division, do you not condemn your Deputy PM for accusing Nigel Farage of flirting with supporting Hitler?" McFadden replied, "Look, I think Lammy has made further comments about that, and said play the ball and not the man, and I think that is the best way. I think it's better we focus on policy, that is when we realise that last week's from reform went way too far." A frustrated Frost hit back, "Forgive me, Minister, you've said that already and that's not what we're focusing on." He did say that, and yet he did play the man. He didn't retract the comment. He then said that, and then said people could make their own judgment on Farage. He didn't apologise. Do you condemn that? McFadden responded, "No, I've got nothing to add. Lammy said what he said, and he issued a statement, and I don't have anything else to add to that." Frost retorted, "But you started this debate, and when we use these words, we have to be able to back them up, and that's why we are chasing around these words. Can you not see how people will see this as hypocritical?" The Labour minister was clearly not happy as he eventually said, "I think there is something else going on, and that's why I returned to the question which frustrated you a moment ago. I think what Reform don't want to talk about is the policy last week, which is a deeply un-British thing to do, which is to break your word to people who have come to Britain legally and done nothing wrong. It was a mistake, they don't want to defend, and so what they do when Starmer makes a speech is to bring up he's called them this and that. Let us focus on the substance, on what has been announced. We're going to be having a debate on this for the next few years," as he insisted that Starmer is trying to hit back to those who are saying everything is broken, as he listed the measures they were going to in order to fix them. Frost was clearly not happy with the accusation, as he sternly said, "I'm going to move on to the other topics, Minister, but to be clear, you are reverting back to what Reform wants to talk about, that when you ignore my questions. Reform do not dictate our questions that I am asking, and so you're actually ignoring my legitimate questions. I don't think it's fair to dodge questions and suggest we're doing what Reform wants by ignoring the policy at hand."